try. I know that I'll be fine. Yeah. And you know that
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Representing the legendary Al Davis and the team's will to just win, baby. The torch is lit before every game inside of Allegiant Stadium, as these fans hope it indeed drives their Raiders to victory in Vegas. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday night primetime contest. Ball teed up, Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. Monday Night Primetime is underway. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. And at the helm, coming off a career-best performance in year 7 here in the NFL, the #1 overall pick back in 2018 out of Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
Kate, he's had some time to work past their last game, and he needed every second of it. A 4-interception game isn't easy for anybody to move on from, even for the shortest of memories. He's got to get his head right this week. This team needs him to deliver.
Baker now off the play fake. That's incomplete left side. Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
He was defended by Deron Bland.
Throwing again is Baker. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
It's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Mayfield to throw again. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. 1st and 10 now from the 46.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Opening carry for Devon Achane. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 43.
They sure are moving in early, Brock. Here's a new set of downs at the opposing 43. Going to the ground again on first. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. And the stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Now first run of the game, Zamir White. That is exactly why you rally to the football. He got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
That's Cup on the slant. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 3rd and short, Mayfield. This connects with Schultz. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
White has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. Another chance at 6. It's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Running for it, it's Achane. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
Mayfield now on 3rd and goal. And he scores. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders finish up an excellent opening series. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. Well, we all knew who that final pass was going to go to. That entire drive really ran through him, and it continued all the way to 6.
Kind of became clear, right? After the 2nd or 3rd catch, somebody this defense overlooked in their game plan, and it took exactly 1 series to exploit it. Now, offensively, call it till they stop it.
Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. To return, here's Raheem Mostert. And this drive will start inside the 25. So now the Cowboys getting an opportunity to send their offense out for the first time. And they're brought out by a quarterback celebrating a decade now as an NFL starter. Originally the 135th pick back in that 2016 NFL draft, it's Dak Prescott. First play throwing for Prescott.
As you take the field coming off of a real late season bye, you just want to maximize what last week was all about. Making sure that physically, mentally, emotionally you're recharged so you can go attack the final stretch of this season.
First down, a run with Barkley. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Terrion Arnold in on the stop.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast, but he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
It's a design boot. Dumped off to his running back. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. First give of the game here to Raheem Mostert. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Dak now from the gun. Finds his target, Gallup. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. We'll get an injury timeout here, and thousands throughout the stadium hold their breath. CeeDee Lamb, the player, shaken up after that one. Offense already looking like they're in mid-game form. They've got it down to the 32. Barkley trying this up the gut. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high-percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Well, the good part is he did bring that play to a stop. Unfortunately, looks like he got banged up on the tackle. He's in some discomfort out there. Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Slot man motioned over. Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. Brought in right side. We got the football block, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker. 4th down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down? A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And he's brought down just inside the 25. This, our last play of the quarter. First down, here's Baker. Shoves him off. Throwing the out route complete. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. It's an early lead for the Raiders. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Baker now from the gun. Hits him on the in route. And they had somebody there for that quick stop, but a nice completion gets him across midfield.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Las Vegas.
1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. That's caught. Devon Achane. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's another Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers, toss them with tight ends, but when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
That's 16 on the pickup. And that's a Vegas first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Zone read, they hand it to Achane. Finds a nice lane there, and that's good for 6 yards.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd down carry for Achane. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stop just a little bit shy of the marker.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight was giving them a chance to stall things out. 3rd and short.
They get 2 on the play, and now they've got 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Trying to run it in. Achane. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Mayfield now from the gun. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and
Mayfield with a blitz coming. Bails out of the... And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Raiders now lead by 10. Baker Mayfield the touchdown.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good creative quarterback, one that can stand the play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders drive their lead to 11. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Mostert on the return. Escapes a defender. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. Back out come the Cowboys for their 2nd drive. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
That's some tremendous study right there. That linebacker, it was almost as if he was in the other team's huddle and knew what was coming. He read his keys, he pulled the trigger, and he makes a tackle for loss.
Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14. Prescott here from the gun. He's going deep. Looked well downfield for that one. All he found was a waiting defender to knock it away. 3rd down coming up. They need a good chunk here, at least 14 yards to pick up this 1st down. Third and long, Prescott. Completed over the middle. Looked great initially, but he is short on that first down marker. They rallied to him in time to force the fourth down. On their own side, but only need an inch or two here, so they're going for it. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Kate, I don't think there was a single doubt in the building that that was going to be an RUN. And not a single doubt in the outcome either. Great push to drive it forward and get the first.
Dak off the play fake. Gallup there to haul it in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 2nd and 3 now. Prescott now off the play fake. Looking to his fullback now. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Looking slant route, complete. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Jukes away from one. And he has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down. Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Offense is set. 1st and 10. Dak to the air here. It's a screen to Barkley. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Well, we're going to pause here, and for good reason. One of the Raiders was injured on that play and is being tended to. Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. From the gun is Prescott. And into the end zone he goes for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys make it a one-score game before halftime. That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets.
This is really what you pay your skill guys for. You know, I had an old coordinator say it's my job to get you a one-on-one.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. Well, we all know there can be so little room for error spotting the football, and that's what's being reviewed right here. Did they get this right?
And I know both sidelines are furiously pleading their cases about what their eyes see. But fortunately, the eye in the sky and the replays will give us a clear answer.
So the officials looked at it twice. The replay officials in New York agreed, and the call on the field's going to stand. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Trey Tucker to return it. We dodged the tackle. The Raiders send a running back, Devon Achane, getting back to work. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for first half work. He's gotten off to a great start here. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Short pass brought in. And not much doing. He's stopped quickly. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Hits him on the out route. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. It's a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd.
It's 2nd
Only need the smallest little bit of yardage here. It is 2nd and inches. Baker throwing again. To the left and pulled in by Cup. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw again. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Field goal unit out there on 2nd down as they try for 3 here before halftime. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
This is why those kickers are down there before the game trying those kicks in midfield. Kind of like Hooper shooting that half-court shot before half, because they believe, kickers do, that they're going to get an opportunity to be a difference maker. With that long kick, he certainly was.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. He's back to throw. He lobs this up left sideline, looking for something big. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the 3rd quarter. Got a 1-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Here's Kavontae Turpin on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Dallas with its offense headed out for our first possession of the half. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be fiery to start this 2nd half, too, as they chase this lead. Zone read give here to Barkley. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Brought down by Christian Wilkins. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. They pick the hands off. Now Prescott finds him over the middle. Ooh, this is close, but I think it's going to be 3rd down. Gain on the play up to the 38. Prescott to sneak it. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
It's a gain of a yard.
So a fresh set of downs now from the 39.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
1st and 10, Prescott. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, hits Prescott. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
A gain of 31 yards. And the Cowboys first down.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 21-yard line.
Play action now for Prescott. He has it at the 5! And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Dumps it off to his running back. Nowhere really for him to go. He steps out, and they're going to lose some yardage.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the
Prescott here from the gun. Throw is caught and just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys make it 17-all. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Raider. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Tucker now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Raiders send a running back, Devon Achane, getting back to work. And he has just shredded NFL defenses so far this season. You can see he's sitting second right now across the league in rushing yards. Play action. Here's Mayfield. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's first down. Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. Connects on the crosser. And he stopped almost immediately after that catch. He's down at the 30. That play good for 17 on a first down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
Couldn't find a completion on first down. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be second down.
He was defended by Deron Bland.
Throwing again is Baker. Finds him on the crossing route. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Here's Achane up the middle. And he scampers ahead and gets two on the carry. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Mayfield now from the gun. Into the end zone, but not brought in. It falls incomplete, and we'll bring up third down.
Incomplete. He was defended.
Third and long for him here. This gets the first and more. And he's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders grab the lead on their first series of the half. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Mostert on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Cowboys offense headed out there. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. I'll start this one out with Barkley. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
He's brought down by Terrion.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Dak to the air here. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Prescott now on 3rd down. He's going to run for it. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down. Dak now from the gun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Has him on the quick hitter. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They gain 11 on that play, and that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Cowboys.
Drawing up the design keeper. Prescott is hit and he lost the football. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what caused him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you, you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and that next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. On the move, past the 40. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. To the line and set. Here we go, first down. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Raiders' ball, a chance at a win if they can hang on to this lead. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Baker now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
It's Achane on the inside give. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
That's why you often see some mix, some high-percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation, and a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Vegas. The Raiders go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Mostert on the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a two-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be at sky high right now.
First down, here's Dak. It's a screen to Barkley. And on first down, no place to go here. They're going to take him out about a yard behind the line. Offense to the line for second down. From the gun is Prescott. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Working from the pistol, Prescott. That's Ferguson, he brings it in. And they're gonna have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is, because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
Here's Prescott, first and 10. Hits him on the out route. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Back to the line they come, second down. Prescott to throw once more. He's got a man left. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. To the air on third and long. And they get stuffed. He is knocked backwards on the play. That makes it fourth down.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed third down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
Down in the fourth, offense staying out there for this. Desperation time here. He's going to loft one deep to the left. This is caught inside the 15. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him a first on fourth down.
Well, the offense wanted to spark, and he delivered a lightning bolt. Huge gain that totally changes the tone of this drive.
They're going to run with Barkley. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on first and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Cowboys now within 1 score in the fourth. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day...
And he'll get into the end zone and make this a 1-score game in the fourth quarter. All right, Brock, they win empty. We all expected a pass was coming, and they do indeed go to the air and connect on that strike for 2.
Yeah, once you empty that backfield, it does certainly, Kate, alert that defense to pass. And then it comes down to disguise. It comes down to timing, especially on a 2-point with everything condensed. Well done by that offense to go get 2.
The Las Vegas offense is set. First and 10. Now they'll hand it off to A-Chain. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8.
It's second and 8.
From the gun, Mayfield. They did it! He made the interception! Donovan Wilson picks it off.
Such a huge point of emphasis for so many defenses, clogging up the middle of the field. They saw that receiver enter the middle and did a terrific job of baiting the quarterback into the throw, and an even better job of forcing the interception.
The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
He shovels this one forward. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 5 still to go here. This is second down. Here's Dak. Makes a man miss. He's off. And they take him down right along the 30. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
And the Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
We've learned how valuable sacks in a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball, and they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
Finds him over the middle. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Cowboys trail by 6. First and 10. Here's Prescott. Brought in. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
14 more yards. That's another Cowboys first down.
Straight ahead. Here's Barkley. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal. Here he is to throw. This is complete to Ferguson out left. And in he goes for the Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys find a way to tie it late. So it was touchdown or bust here on this drive, Brock. A field goal wouldn't have done it, but they get the score they needed, and now a critical extra point forthcoming.
And now what I love, the pressure shifts to the other sideline. They do have some time left on the clock, and remember, all they're going to need is a field goal to go out and steal this one in the end.
And he gets the extra point, and that kick gives them the 1-point lead right near the end of this game.
Raiders 31.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Raiders and running back Devon Achane getting back to work. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Setting up to pass. Finds him on the crossing route. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. He'll drop this down to Achane. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
Back to throw. He finds Golden. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. He'll look to throw it. Completed over the middle. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second.
Brings up second and 3. At the 30.
Baker throwing again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Raiders.
Mayfield to throw again. This is complete to Schultz. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. Throwing again, it's Mayfield. Finds Cup again. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Now they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. Here's a handoff for Achane. He sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Guessing everybody in the huddle and on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. Setting up 2nd and goal. Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. And they get up there to clock at 12 seconds to play. Big moment coming up for Evan McPherson on this attempt. Only a 20-yarder here. That one is good! And barring the unexpected, that's going to be your game winner.
Once again, they call on him, and once again, he delivers. Had to be so confident sending him out there that he was going to win them this game, and he did just that.
He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Trying to push deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. The Black Hole can take that party over to the Vegas Strip as the Raiders win at home. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happened over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.
bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth.
Come on.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Hey.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Yeah.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Hey.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Most feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got